were failed states and continue to be like failed states. The Horn of Africa is important.
Yes.
And so how do you see the resolution of the problems in Somalia and in the Horn of Africa?
Yeah, I think let's talk about Somalia because it is the major, really major problem, one of our priority now. We all know that before Somalia, I don't go so far to the history of Somalia, but from 1991, Somalia was a theater of civil war. There is no state at all. And the UN have sent a peacekeeping operation, but it failed. So what is happening now? Even this week, last week, we had an open debate on Somalia at the Security Council. So I think now there is a window of opportunity because there is already an agreement which has been reached last year in Djibouti. This is a political agreement. And then on the part of the AU, the African Union, we have sent in Somalia since 2007 a peacekeeping operation named AMISOM. It is the second peacekeeping operation sent by the African Union in Africa. Why we have sent this peacekeeping operation? Because we waited for the UN, and since UN doesn't want to take any decision, so that's why Africa felt its responsibility to send this peacekeeping operation. We have their battalion from Uganda, battalion from Burundi, almost 3.5 soldiers now. And then we are there waiting for a resolution from the Security Council to send a peacekeeping operation from the UN to take over from AMISOM. What is the argument and the reasons advanced by Security Council? They said there is no peace to keep there, so there is no way to send peacekeepers, but we send our peacekeepers from the African Union, our soldiers from Africa, because we feel that we need to help. Indeed, we definitely need to help AMISOM. There are some good news because in January, the Security Council, they took a decision to allocate a package for AMISOM. This is already a good news. And then we wait in June. They said that they will also take another decision, really, to consider to send a peacekeeping operation in Somalia. So I think those are the windows of opportunity. What is happening on the ground also is that we have a new government, a new president elected by the parliament, Sheikh Sharif is now the new president in Somalia, and then they enlarge also the parliament. So there is also some new development in Somalia, and we hope that it will be better soon.
Talking about Africa these days, it is virtually impossible not to ask a question about Darfur, yes. About the Sudan and Darfur. And so we have a problem, which is that there is a situation in Darfur. It looks like a situation between Arab-speaking and non-Arab-speaking Africans in the Darfur region. It looks as if it is difficult to establish who started the problem. And we know that in the negotiations, which were led by the current president of the African Union, namely Libya, that one side, namely the rebel side, refused to participate in the negotiations. And then complicating all this is that the International Criminal Court has now issued an order of arrest against a sitting president of an African country. So we have a major problem in the Sudan and in Darfur. And I'm afraid you are sitting on the apex because you are the mother of Africa, and including you are the mother of Sudan and of Darfur. So tell us, what are you doing about this problem?
It's too much for me, you know. Yeah. But, well, you are right. There is a problem, and this is a major problem. Not only a problem for Africa, it is a problem for the world community. That's why we have to bring the world community together to solve this problem. For us, for the African Union, I don't go so far into the history of Darfur, but just I want to recall that we have sent, the African Union have sent before the UNAMID, the current peacekeeping operation led by United Nations and the African Union, before we have sent the AMIS. Once again, Africa was the first to be on the ground to tackle with all major problems on the ground. And it was since 2006, 2007 we have sent this peacekeeping operation. And then it was at the end of 2000, at the middle of 2000, at the end of 2007 maybe, there was the resolution to establish the UNAMID. The UNAMID, the joint operation between the UN and the African Union. This is a major step in the resolution of the conflict in Sudan. What is happening now with the UNAMID? It is one of the tracks in which we are working. First, this peacekeeping operation. And what is happening now, I think everything is going well now because the government of Sudan has already agreed to be part of the tripartite, there is a tripartite mechanism, and this mechanism has been established to facilitate the smooth deployment of this peacekeeping operation. Now, maybe at the end of this month or next month, now we will reach the number of 20,000 troops to be sent to Darfur. But it is a huge operation. It is almost 1.7 billion. So it is very, very expensive operation and huge operation. This is one track. But as you said, there are another track. For example, we have also to implement the peace agreement which has been reached in 2005. It was another track. There is also a need to activate and to facilitate the process of political process. For that, there is a joint mediator who has been appointed by the AU and the UN, and tomorrow he will make his report to the Security Council, the Minister Bassolé. So we can say that there are also good development on this issue, on the issue of political process. There is the judicial issue, the issue of ICC. For that, the African Union, the position of the African Union is clear. And this position is supported by the League of Arab States, supported by the Islamic Conference, Organization of Islamic Conference, by the NAM, Non-Aligned Movement. And for us, we need time. We ask the Security Council to defer for 12 months the process of the indictment of the President of Sudan, because we need time really for the deployment of UNAMID, for this political process. That's why we ask them to activate the Article 16 of status of the Roma Statutes in order to allow this peace this